Hello, and welcome to Teddy Bear Orgy Party Podcast. This is me, Christian, and this is not the original channel of the Teddy Bear Orgy Party Podcast. This is a return from a channel from 2 years ago, and I am not doing a gaming video because I am essentially a lazy piece of shit that does not want to play a game right now, currently. So instead, I'm going to continue to just talk about shit with friends, and so each one of you know of my guests will I'll have their channels down in the description as well. So let's go ahead and put the introductions. So first of all, he's the mean, lean bruiser of your mom's anus.
John Cena.
Fuck your shit. It's Connor.
Yay! Hello. I'm glad that I'm the lean, mean bruiser of your mum's anus. Yee, mum.
Yes. Also, I for not on Chris's side.
You're gonna see me
not on
drawing a
Connor's side 'cause
Microsoft
he's not
Paint.
recording.
You fucking what? Yeah, any games, he said.
Banished.
Yeah, any games.
I'm
Yep.
gonna go ahead
Banished,
and
yeah,
draw
fucking piece of shit.
Assassin's Creed Unity. No, I mean, I will send you guys like a fucking entire thing of links. It is a text file.
But
Yeah, right.
no. How about I don't get flagged? How about that?
No, I'm gonna send you
Um,
guys the links over Skype. Or
yeah, but
the fucking link file.
Dude, please, I need another way to
how
spend my
about
weekends.
okay? Let's just move on from that. We can do this later.
No, but this is an okay, fine.
We need to move on. Yeah.
Wait, if I'm
I
not
don't.
recording, I'm gonna listen to Spotify.
Just don't sing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't. I'll ban you from life.
We kick him out of the
Okay,
call, then we
so-
all just call each other.
Okay,
What-
anyways.
What's next? What we're talking about next?
We already got the fappening. We've already got bad games. We're I don't know. I thought you wrote it down. Jeez.
The interview. We were gonna talk about the interview.
Oh yeah, I
You-
remember.
Oh,
And the
yeah,
fact that we
yeah,
pulled
that
it down, or the U.S. pulled it down because they were afraid fucking North Korea was gonna blow up the theaters.
That's the thing. North Korea is this tiny little country.
What the fuck would they
Tiny,
do?
tiny little
South
country.
smoke bombs?
Look,
Ooh.
North Korea, look, Kim Jong Un is basically a dictator that keeps his, own civilians, like prisoners, captured like prisoners. Like honestly, he's a tiny little dictator in a tiny little country, and we have one of the best military forces in the world. And I understand that they have nukes and they can nuke us, but
But they
it's
won't
one of
make
those.
it past California.
No,
See-
yeah, really, our anti whatever it's called system would shoot it down.
If it even made it to California, though.
It shoot it down over the ocean more than likely.
Exactly. But I mean, if
Kim-
he could even get to that point to get
He
shot
wouldn't
down,
do it anyway,
it'd be
'cause-
lucky.
He wouldn't do it anyway because it's the whole Cold War mutually assured destruction thing. If you nuke us, we're gonna nuke you. So it's basically nobody wins.
Exactly.
So basically, North
And ours are gonna do a
North Korea's-
lot more.
yeah, North Korea isn't gonna sign a death sentence because we fucking made fun of their dictator. Oh shit, you made fun of us. Please don't. It's like the fucking Muslims in France. Oh shit.
Oh
you
yeah,
made
what's
fun of
going
the
on in
Prophet
there? I
Muhammad.
honestly don't know.
Some a French magazine, I think it is, or a French newspaper, some sort of informative, public, informer created cartoons depicting, Muhammad, the Muslim prophet
Mm-hmm.
in some just not very nice light, which honestly I don't give a shit because it's a fucking cartoon and they're not meant to be taken seriously because it's a fucking cartoon. But so Muslims got angry. I'm not gonna say like all Muslims did. I mean, I assume all Muslims weren't happy
Some
about it.
radical ones.
Yeah, a lot of Muslims did. Basically, like all over Europe, like there were like protests by Muslims, and I believe one of the main editors died. I think they killed him, and yeah. So basically, it's like, oh, please don't mock
like
our
Team
don't
Spirit.
mock our country, don't mock our prophet, please don't. Come on, let's be honest. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking. It's like if someone calls you fucking stupid, you don't sit there and go, wow, I'm gonna come to you tomorrow and shoot you in the fucking head because you called me stupid. It's honestly like, okay, you can think what you want. I'm just gonna think what
I
I want
apologize
as
if
well.
you guys hear a lot of dinging. My brother's dog is in my room right now. I gotta watch her while he takes his girlfriend to work.
Scumbag Chris.
So I'm gonna be muting my microphone a lot. Can someone send me their audio for this?
Nah. I think it'll only be
we're
muted over
all
Skype.
just like nah. And he's like, oh, damn.
Ghostbusters.
But yeah, so I think it's stupid.
Yeah. it
I
really
think
is.
I think that's yeah. So I think
Still not worth killing someone.
Whoops.
the
Have you
thing
ever
is,
heard of the
it's
Westboro Baptist Church?
it's not justified though.
Jesus Christ.
It's like please it's like, oh well, I mean, here's a cartoon, obviously making fun of your prophet, but honestly, the Christian God has been made fun of. Many gods have been made fun of, but Muslims don't get angry about that because it's not their, it's not their idol. So it's only when their idol is mocked that they get pissed off, which is that doesn't warrant for murder. That doesn't even warrant for protest. I mean, I understand if you get angry and you're just like, oh, I don't agree with this. You can speak your mind, but you can't just go up and murder the editor of the newspaper because I mean it doesn't warrant that. It's bullshit. And honestly, I despise all religion because it's basically, I'm not saying it's all the same, but it's basically based off the same premise. And honestly, it's like if you make fun of whatever the religion idolizes, then they get fucking pissed off, and you get fucking people that will do crazy shit because of it. I mean, honestly, religion is just one massive cult, but the only difference is the popularity. Like if you think about it, a cult, you know, they, they worship a certain idol or some prophecy, but they're very small in numbers, so people, most of the majority go, oh, they're crazy, I don't believe in that. But the thing,
We talking about if we weren't going to.
Yeah, we tried not
I don't
to,
I
but
don't
it's too late.
I don't give a shit. But my thing is if your parents told you from day one that mayonnaise was poisonous,
Oh,
and
you gave
you've
us
lived
this
your whole life.
example.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like people watching need to hear it as well. And your whole life, people around you are like, "Hey, mayonnaise isn't poisonous," but you're like, "Oh, but my parents told me mayonnaise is poisonous." So you're thinking, well, mayonnaise has to be poisonous. I mean, I have to be somehow special in it being poisonous to me. I mean, why even risk it then? But
Yeah.
if you're not even worth trying because you believed believed your whole life that mayonnaise is poisonous because you're susceptible. Like children really are sponges. They're basically taking. Yeah,
They will
they take in
soak up
any influence
everything they
around them.
can, and then it all gets used up against you.
Yeah.
That's why parents they don't cuss around their young children, because young children would think, oh well, my parents are doing it, so that's cool, I can do it as well. You know, and so it's basically when you sit there and you like subject them to religion, they instantly think that's truth no matter what, even when they're provided with facts, they instantly block that out. They just like plug their ears and go, as long as I don't have to hear it, it's not real, it's not there. Um, Obviously most people in the world, I guess you can't really change what other people think unless they're actually willing to
Change.
yeah, if they're willing to, then you can. I mean, honestly, I think if everyone was skeptical and going, I'm open, like honestly, as like around 10, 11, I was on the fence, and I honestly went online and I was like watching documentaries about how Christianity is real or how other religions are real, and how about atheism. I was doing both. I was doing research on both, and I was completely open to anything. And I just if you can make deductions by yourself and come up with the most logical reasoning in your mind. I don't. I mean, people can write off, oh well, the fact that fucking there's a giant spaceship in the air that fucking will come down one day and take us all home, to a different planet that's fucking crazy. But the fact that there's a giant deity in the sky that creates things with the snap of his finger, that's not fucking crazy at all. But, scientific theory, and when people hear the word theory, they think they think that a bunch of scientists got together and it's like, hey guys, let's come up with the biggest line of bullshit ever for the creation of the universe, and then we'll just say it's it's truth. It's theory is in scientific terms, it doesn't mean that it's like some like, oh well, I mean this could be true, this couldn't be true. It means that like many scientists have studied it and have come to the same conclusion, and they've devised this. I mean, nothing in science is really like actually set in stone. Like science is changing all the time, especially like in medical, so nothing you say in science is set in stone. So that's why everything is a theory. That's why the theory of evolution, the biggest argument that Christians usually have, or any religious people, say that, well, it's a theory of evolution, so it's not proven. But there's a lot of evidence that goes into that, and then they go to, well, humans. Well, I haven't seen a human come out of a monkey's vagina, so explain me that.
Yes, and I haven't seen humans appear out of thin air.
Yeah, and it's fucking, and it's like, well, you obviously don't understand how evolution works, you dumb piece of shit. Like, for example,
it's pretty much natural selection.
Setting it up. Yeah. I mean, like, I was in my English class and my teacher we were talking about religion, and it wasn't really religion, but it was like, she asked how many of you believe in the theory of evolution. It was literally like me and my friend and like 2 other people out of the class of like 30. And I can bet 90% of the people that didn't raise their hand doesn't know a single fucking thing about the theory of evolution.
Yeah.
Because like it's as soon as it's like a biology teacher or any science teacher says, today we're going to learn about the theory of evolution, there's always that
they automatically get fired.
Yeah, there's that one dumbass that goes, I don't believe in that. It's just so they can clarify to everyone, I don't believe in that. Did you hear me, God?
That's when you look them dead in the eyes and you go, well, I do.
It's like, congratulations, you don't have to believe in it.
Honestly, it's like in one. Go ahead.
Congratulations, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they like what they do is the whole censoring thing. They block out what they think can even challenge their religion. They block it out completely. They go, I'm not going to listen. And they just sit there and they stare blankly at their books because they don't want to listen to things that even challenge their religion. They don't want to see. If I had something that was challenging what I believed, I would want to hear the argument against mine so I could refute that argument. Because naturally, if you think your argument is that strong, you want to refute it. You want to be like, hey, here are my facts. But no, they go, hey, are you talking about evolution? First of all, I'd like to clarify, I don't believe in that shit. And second of all, I like to stare blankly in my book and not listen to a goddamn thing and get a fucking F on the test because I'm that cool. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. We're gonna get a ton of shit from this.
Doesn't really fucking matter.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't care. I'm just saying we're gonna get shit for it because, yeah.
Not our fault. We're talking facts.
Well,
I mean, I'm an agnostic atheist.
Same here.
Yeah.
Agnostic theist. It's where
you can prove it.
I don't really care. I can't prove it, so I'm not going to argue.
Connor, I theorize that the only reason you believe in a god is so you can cover your ass.
Why?
That's what I theorize.
Why
Wait,
is that what
Connor.
you theorize?
Wait, no, wait,
Because just in
Connor.
case, just
thought-
in case there is, just get. Go ahead.
Christian, you got cut out. Or maybe you just stopped talking. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I was gonna let Chris finish his statement.
Oh, I was gonna ask Connor something.
Okay.
Listen,
Well, here, let me say what I have to say about
Go ahead.
him covering his ass. All right, but I feel like I've theorized that the because you're a logical person, Connor,
Mhm.
and I think the reason why you're a theist is because, and you agree with a lot of the statements we've said about the theory of evolution and stuff like that. And I think the reason why is to cover your ass, partly. I think that's why. Because, if there actually is one and the God's like, hey,
Why'd you deny me? But I didn't. I did say
it's like,
believe.
I did. I was like, but then they'll be me and it'll be like, you fucking denied me. I'll be like, oh, shit. Fucking did. And then I'm cast into damnation for eternity. Which, by the way, is not a fucking punishment anybody in their fucking life deserves to have. Not even Hitler deserves eternity of hellfire. All right,
Mm.
go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
oh, I was gonna ask Connor. I thought agnostic theist doesn't believe and can prove it.
No,
No.
that's a Gnostic theist.
Doesn't believe.
No, a Gnostic theist is somebody who does believe and says they can prove it.
I
An
said
agnostic-
doesn't.
Oh. Yeah, agnostic is
yeah.
saying, I do believe, but I don't know how to prove it, so I'm not going to argue
Well,
it.
Agnostic is saying, I don't know how to prove it. Theist is saying that you believe in a God. I'm agnostic. I don't know how to prove that there isn't or is a God. I mean, God is as plausible as leprechauns are, or fairies, or Samson the giant eclipse walrus. I mean, he's a plausible anything. Honestly, if there was a God, I'd like Samson the eclipse walrus to be my God. If I had to pick a God, basically he's a giant walrus with a monocle and a top hat with a money bag he carries around, and you can only see him if you actually believe in him. And he creates eclipses. That's the biggest proof that he's real. And he created everything by flapping his walrus hands together, and taking his massive tusks and sticking them in the ground. That's how volcanoes are formed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just fucking religion pisses me off. It does.
Pisses a lot of people off.
It just creates too many problems in the world, and it doesn't help anybody. Like, I like the moral system it tries to spread, but its basis is completely fucking retarded. It is. I mean, like,
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
it's fucking stupid. I mean, and if you guys disagree with me, don't, go, oh, I'm not going to fucking, argue with him. Like, if you guys disagree with me at any point, then don't hesitate. Because,
I can't say I disagree, because I do sort of. I can understand, like, it does... I don't know how to explain it.
Without sounding like a jackass.
Yeah. Kind of, like, I can't logically argue against you.
I don't know, that's what I theorize, Connor, that you believe to save your ass.
It's actually a pretty good theory.
Which I can respect, because I wouldn't want to take the chance of fucking damnation for eternity. But but I am going to, because honestly I don't give a shit. I feel like Satan would be a pretty cool dude. I feel like
Honestly, if
I don't
Satan's supposed to be evil, wouldn't he be, like, chill with the bad people? Like, wouldn't he be like, yeah,
that's
you're
what
a cool dude? Like, Charles Manson
like
and
it'd
Hitler would be, like, celebrities, I would think.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be a constant party in hell, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys want to move on, or do you have anything to add?
This could go on forever. We should probably move on.
What other topics do we
Alright.
have?
Feminism. Feminazism, to be specific.
God, I just went on my fucking religious rant. Now I'm trying to go on the feminist rant. Hey,
I
See,
love
now
these
I have
rants.
no problem with feminists, but when it comes to
You-
feminazis, it's
Yeah, that's why I specified feminazism.
you need to have Savannah watch this portion. Like right now, have her watch this portion of the video. I'm calling out Savannah right now. Savannah, me and you will have a debate. We will have a moderated debate. And we will have a debate. You'll be
meet
feminism.
me at the
I won't.
library.
You'll be what you think is feminism, and I'm not gonna be anti-feminism because modern day not modern day, but like how feminism should be. I agree with, but feminism, like feminazis. Yes, I will debate you, and it will be a moderated debate. It'll just be me and you. I mean, Connor will probably be in it to obviously moderate. But he won't be pushing points in. So, it'll just be me and you. Come on. You got to accept. You got to. All you got to do is get a Skype and we will debate. All right. So let's just briefly talk about feminism. Feminazis. Let's just briefly talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give away all my argument points just in case Savannah, like, I'd be surprised if she actually face me, but I doubt she would. But yeah. So but if she does, I want to give away all my argument points right here. But let's just briefly talk about it.
All right.
All right. So modern day feminists, feminazis, I should say, because that's what they are. I don't know if it's feminazis or feminazis.
I usually just say femnazi.
I don't know. Whatever they are, it's the ones that usually stay on Tumblr that are fucking usually 14 and sit there and see some bullshit and go, wow, that completely identifies with me, and then they fucking spout that shit for ages. That's usually how it goes. Let's talk about Gamergate, actually. Gamergate.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I read a lot about it, but I don't actually know what it is.
Basically, it's just a war against video games, like feminism versus video games. That's the way I've taken it. Like, they claim that that sexism. Yeah. 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 And there's a girl on YouTube called Anita Sarkeesian that talks a lot about this, and I don't agree with her at all on most points.
No more Halo Mouse in my stream.
God.
Sorry, that's what threw me off.
I like to go with if you don't like the game, then you don't have to play it. Nobody's forcing you to play the game. So if you go, wow, that's that's it's fucking sexist. Wow, it's like, well, you don't have to play the game, and you don't have to observe the game ever. So why does it fucking matter to you? It's like, wow, I demand bras for men. That's sexist that they only make bras for. It's like, well, I mean, come on, it's. You don't have to buy them. It's, it's, I mean, really anything exclusive to women could be construed as sexist, apparently. So the same thing for men. Buy this, basically, like, anything that's restrictive to women is, is restrictive, that also vice versa, according to that I've seen feminazi theories, their way of thinking. They always talk about the patriarchy and how everything's controlled by men. I don't agree with that. I think that America is very balanced with its gender. There's always the argument of how women get paid less, but it's very small percentage, or not extremely small, but it's a small percentage, And there's a slight reason to get upset with that, but there's also the fact that context isn't brought into it. So
Yeah.
like the work ethic of females might be like, less willing to work in, and I'm not saying that's, like some sexist truth, but I'm just saying that might be it. Or men are just stronger so they can do work faster. And that's biology. Men are stronger generally.
Yeah, so
Stronger.
if men are doing more work, of course they should get paid more.
Yes. And the work
Like-
ethic, maybe men take shorter breaks than women do.
Yeah.
Maybe men have different work ethic. They think differently than women do. If maybe men that were surveyed think, man, maybe if I do this work, I'll get paid more. And then women think, wow, I'm on a break. I want to take a really long break, and then I can get back into it. And even then, the percentage isn't that high. And they added it up, and it was like, in 20 years, women will miss out on this much money that men got. Well, that's together, and again, context isn't brought into that.
Yeah.
There
Oh,
are,
and you know what I heard about those numbers?
What?
They freaking made them by surveying unemployed women who've decided to be housewives. Yes, women who
Um,
make no money were in that average.
well, I mean, then that's not
Well-
fair then, but
I feel like I've missed out on a lot of discussion.
Yeah, you have. Where have you been?
Fuck. I stepped away for a minute. I was talking to my brother.
Oh, yeah, we got off of the subject of religion and onto feminism.
No, I was here for that.
Oh, okay.
And then
but
I heard you stray off onto something else, and I took my earbuds out to talk to my brother.
Okay.
so I don't know about that. I haven't heard about that, but that may be true. I'm not gonna say it is true or it isn't true. But if it is, well, I don't know if it's bullshit considered, but it's not. It's not right, because that percentage needs to be taken out. And plus, feminists have always taken these and completely like made the numbers much larger than they actually seem, just flat out lying about the numbers. So it just bolsters their argument. Many have done this. It sounds like bullshit considering I don't have any like proof of it.
Big red.
Fucking Big Red just annoys the piss out of all of us.
Big League Chew.
I don't know. See, the thing is, feminism is, feminism, just modern day, like, equality, I completely agree with that. But, like, this, like, patriarchy shit isn't in, America. It's not, it's, like, in India, in fucking, like, it's in these, yeah, it's in these countries where literally, women are treated as lower class citizens. And, they don't, what? They can't, honestly, they don't focus on that shit. They'd rather focus on video games because they give a shit about what fat, what fat men do with their time. Like, what overweight, nerdy kids do with their time. This is literally, like, one of the only things they can enjoy is literally going into a game and
Oh my god, I'm a female. I'm a girl gamer. Does anybody have any gear for me? And yes, I've heard those exact words before.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, well, and I've heard the argument that, well, every, video game main protagonist needs an option to switch gender. It's like, okay, but where's the immersion then? If you're like, say, take with Assassin's Creed, say, like, I don't know, Connor Kenway, all right, for example. If there was an option, would you like to play female Connor Kenway? I don't know what her name would be. Or do you want to play male Connor Kenway? Then just Connie Kenway. It's like, would you play Connie Kenway? It's like, that takes the immersion out of that, because if there's two versions of the same story, of the same path of the assassin, then it's not Connor Kenway's story. It's Connor or Connie's Kenway's story.
Exactly.
It's, you know, the immersion's completely sucked out of that. And there's games that have female protagonists, like Bayonetta, for example, that men play just fine, and they don't go, "Whoa, where's my option for a male, you know, Bayonetta? I want a fucking
I want
man."
to be a netto, bitch.
Yeah. It's bullshit, and it's like, because we don't give a shit. It's a fucking fun game. It's, see, like, we play games so we can get at, you know, so we can pretend to be someone we're not, so we can be the badass. That's why men are shown as these big, you know, brawny guys that can fucking are badasses. And they save the chick because that's what fat, you know, nerds want to be. They want to be the guy that saves the fucking hot chick. You know, they don't want to play, you know, real life and be, you know, a tub of shit and like sit around and be like, man, this is cool. At least this game isn't sexist, guys, right?
It's just sexist against men.
It's fucking bullshit. Of course, you know, I don't know. People can't leave, you know, shit alone. It's a fucking video game, honestly. It's like, oh, I mean, you know, you're teaching the new generation to be sexist. It's like, nobody gives a shit. Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks, wow, were her tits, you know, slightly larger than average? Wow, that's sexist. You know, nobody thinks about that. Everybody goes, wow, I'm a fucking
Tits.
badass in this game. This game's fucking awesome.
They just think, wow, tits.
This is... How long have we been recording? Do you know?
47 minutes, 43 seconds.
All right, we can go for a little bit longer.
Let's
you
just
wanna
go for
continue
the full hour.
feminism, or do you want? I have another topic that I've just, you know, come up with.
I mean, if you want, sure.
Nobody has anything to add about feminism?
Nope. I just
Okay,
kind of stayed
just
silent
one last
for
call
that
out.
one.
Savannah, I'm calling you out. All right. I'm calling you out. We will have a moderated debate. Connor will moderate. He will not say a goddamn word about any subject. It will just be me and you.
Wait, unless she starts screaming over you, because that's just BS.
All right. Well, yeah. Obviously, if there's a like a conflict, like where she's, you know, not giving me a chance to speak or something like that, that's, you know, where you come in and you moderate. But if you're like, yeah, I think Christian's right on this, and you like to start arguing with me, then that's not, you know, moderated. So yeah, a moderated debate between me and you. You know, I promise to be courteous.
Reasonable.
Unless you curse at me, then I probably will go full rampage mode on
You
you.
do not want to see him in full rampage mode.
No, I literally go on the
pretty
internet and
hysterical.
look at points of debating people. I fucking love debating. I love
true.
doing it. I will debate people for hours
Like,
on any
remember the
subject.
time I got mad because you wouldn't add me to a Skype call? Yeah, that debate lasted till 1 in the morning. Started
Yeah.
at 10:30 at night. The only reason it ended is because my computer crashed.
Yeah, I will fucking debate to the fucking end. You can call when it's ended. Obviously, if I give you one fucking arguing point and you go, wow, that's bullshit, and then you leave, I mean, that's obviously not fair. So if one of you could show Savannah this part of the episode, or the beginning part of the episode, any part where I'm calling her out, then preferably this part. This
Yeah.
end part. Yeah, that's great. Well, just go to this part, and then all you need would to sign up for Skype. It's obviously free, and then we could, you know, get a call started up, and I would obviously give you time to prepare for it. You could write down some notes, some argument points. You know, I'm not going to be a dick unless you provoke. But all right, I have a new topic, guys. A new topic. Parents that are a little bit overprotective. They don't let you play certain video games because it's rated R. They don't let you watch certain TV shows because, you know, they have certain imagery in them, like drugs
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh, he said the word doo-doo. I've gotta go arrest everyone now. But Mom, you better take me out to dinner. I like to be wine and done before you fuck me in the ass.
Wait, he dies like literally almost every episode.
He was joking.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
It's a pretty good way to go.
Oh yeah, that was a good episode. Yeah. Probably not the best thing to wake up and tell your mom. Mom, guess what I watched? I watched some guy die from this girl putting her mouth on this guy's penis.
I'm still
was
not
fucking
allowed to
awesome,
cross
Mom.
busy streets. And I fucking drive.
Well, I mean, that's pretty fucking obvious.
No, and I drive.
No, you don't fucking drive.
Yeah.
Call bullshit on that.
Everyone in the Skype call has a, yeah, license. No, he does. Well, he has his permit. Fuck you.
Connor's secretly trying to hide that he doesn't have his license. Yeah, everybody has the license of Christian. Yeah.
I'm able to drive. That's all I need.
I'm able to drive too. We're all able to drive. We're all to take the wheel.
He's good enough to go
and,
get the
you know.
pussy. At his own will.
But so basically, one of my friends at school was talking about how his mom won't let him play, won't let him watch Breaking Bad because there are drugs in it, and I question that because, he's a grade below me, and he obviously we know what drugs are, so I don't know why his parents are completely completely hell-bent on keeping him away from the drug imagery, the fake drug imagery, because it's not like he's gonna take a look at the drugs on fucking Breaking Bad and be like, oh shit, dude, that's how you make these drugs, dude, that sounds like a fucking awesome, that sounds awesome. Honestly, we have so much fucking drugs are bad fucking pushed into our minds from an early age that nobody thinks, oh man, thanks to Breaking Bad, now I know how to make drugs. Thanks, Breaking Bad. Ding.
I mean, that's the only thing I think while I'm watching Breaking Bad. I'm just like,
You gotta
yes,
be pretty
drugs.
fucking stupid to attempt that, because you know how fucking dangerous that is without proper fucking training.
Yeah.
And by proper training, I mean actually learning from, getting into a drug trafficking business and working with people who've been doing it for years. You know how fucking dangerous it is?
Very.
And if you don't end up leaving a fucking lab with third-degree burns, you'll leave in a goddamn body bag.
Just like Walter.
Yeah.
Because he got shot in the stomach.
Wow. Those are spoilers, by the way. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's okay.
It's been out for a year.
Look, you say that, but Colton says that all the time. I'm like, hey, Colton, you want to watch It with me? And he's like, no, I'm reading the book. I'm like, you've been reading the book for a year now. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, it's been out, the movie's been out for 20 years. He's like, so I'm still reading. You're reading the book. I'm like, all right, fuck you. But, I think it's stupid. Obviously, your kids don't, when you shelter your children, they literally just go out into the world naive, and they just go, oh shit, this actually happens in the real world? Fuck, I wish mom would have, actually subjected me to that, actually told me this was a thing that happened. When you get those sheltered kids that are like, oh, shit, they're in fucking high school, and it's like, hey, you know what a blowjob is? And it's like, yeah, I've known since I was fucking in third grade. It's like, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. They just found out yesterday. This is some secret thing that they found out at some secret cult meeting. They're like, hey, you know what a blowjob is? I know. Let me tell you a secret. It's I don't know. Like I think parents like that are naive to think that like public schools don't already teach your children that. So seriously, just makes going, you can't play this video game because it has violence in it. You know, basically is a slap in the face to them.
Saying
Because
that is like
can
saying
watch,
you can't play any fucking video game at all.
you can watch World War II documentaries with people like, you know, obviously fakely, you know, like, you know, it's not real, but like, you know,
What's the
bleeding out
difference?
and being stabbed. But it's like, that's history. That's history. That's not the same. It's history.
When
if
are
you
you
get
playing
Grand Theft Auto-
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, even then, I mean, it's not, you know, dedicated to history, but there's some history elements in it, and you know, but even then, it's like, well, like even with Grand Theft Auto, it's like, who cares? It's Grand Theft Auto is actually good for the development of, you know, it's good for stress. It's like if you're really stressed out and you're angry, it's like, oh, well, why don't you punch a pillow? Well, you're only exercising violent actions. Maybe one day it might actually, you know, there won't be a pillow and there'll actually be a person there. If you go, hey, I'm going to go home and play Grand Theft Auto and run some people over, some virtual people over, some zeros, like literally ones and zeros over. I'm going to run them over, and then I'm going to feel better afterwards. Because I went on a murderous rampage. Not because I have the need to go on a murderous rampage, but because I'm stressed out.
But yeah,
You're stressed out. You feel the need to project your anger somewhere else.
and your parents won't let you masturbate.
In front of them.
Bad. Takes out the squirt bottle.
Oh.
Bad.
No, I imagine at this point, I imagine fucking like a kid on his fucking, when I say kid, I mean like a teenager on his fucking bed naked, and his parents are like sitting over his bed, and he's sitting there like slowly moving his hand towards his privates, and all of a sudden like he touches it for half a second, they're like, bad, and they fucking like slap his hand, and then he like pulls away, and he's like, he like kind of whimpers, and then he like slowly slides back down. It's just hours of bad. No. That's what I imagine. I don't know.
Takes out a knife.
I'm sorry. Jesus, please don't be mad.
An inch.
How long has it been? It has been an
59
hour.
minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh shit! So we're closing in on the final, like, you know, minute of
And I haven't
Teddy Bear Orgy Party podcast return.
the entire time, basically. It's basically just been you ranting. I'm okay with that.
Oh, I like it.
And us
I
just
like
kind of like throwing in a few words here
Yeah,
and there.
it made good quality. It made good quality.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
would watch
not
this.
really.
yeah.
And then we find out it didn't
Yeah.
record audio.
Occasional jokes in there. Shit, I'd fucking kill myself. So I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. If you watched the whole thing, then thank you.
You're welcome.
If I get positive feedback on this, then this will definitely be a regular thing. I actually prefer this over, like, right now my CPU is really garbage, so playing games or recording games I actually want to record in 720p is actually not possible right now. So I'd like to do this, you know, like every weekend. So if I get positive feedback, I'll do it. I'll have everybody's channels posted down below. Everybody but Connor recorded, right?
That's true.
Right.
I'll have Connor's in there anyway.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank you, and just, you know, hit the like, subscribe button if you enjoyed. Comment. Just any ideas to how to make the podcast better. Maybe like if you didn't enjoy the ranting, maybe you just want, you know, ambiguous jokes.
Yeah. And guys, show some love. It's 7:30 right now. A.M.
What?
No, I'm talking to the people, not you guys.
Yeah, right now it's fucking 7:30. We've been up for a long time.
I've been up since 9:30.
But
a.m.
thank you.
I'm not even tired.
Same. Yeah, I guess I did too. But anyway,
I'd love to hear
you. Nap.
I'd love to hear your tips on how to further the podcast and how quality can change. the art, or not the art, but the picture you're probably seeing is probably one that Dylan did. Thank you, Dylan. If you did do it, I don't even know. But thank you. So, all right, everybody say bye.
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 Swag.
Fag. Are we done?
Jesus H. Fucking
Yeah, 'cause if we
Christ.
stop